going. Right. That's it. I can see everyone. That's good. So I think we're all getting a little bit stressed at the moment. So in this position, feel your feet firmly anchored onto the mat, big toe, little toe and heel. You can lift your head and just give it a little pull to make it nice and long on the neck. Arms by your sides, just allow them to hang. Allow your body just to soften and feel it widen a little bit on the mat. And we'll take a few breaths in here, so you can close your eyes if you wish and breathe in through the nose and breathe out through slightly pursed lips as if you're blowing out candles on a cake, and feel all the air exhale all the way out, ready to allow that breath just to fall into your body. And watch it in your imagination go into the back and sides of your ribs, so you're feeling really great expansion of the lungs and allowing the breath to slow down a little bit and find its way deep into the body. Shoulders nice and wide and relaxed. And on your next out breath, feel a little more abdominal connection. So from pubic bone to tummy button, drawing in towards each other and down towards the mat. And take a couple more breaths, just breathing through that connection so you really find it, and try and hold that throughout the class and throughout the exercises. Finding our deep transversus muscles and the pelvic floor. One more deep breath in. Exhale all that air out. And then we'll start releasing the shoulders. So hold your arms over your chest, either by your elbows or your wrists. And on your next in-breath, tapping down to one side. Breathing out, engaging those abs to bring the arms back over your chest. Breathing in to take it over to the other side. And breathing out to recenter. And as always, have a little play. If you're feeling tight and you're really having to pull your shoulder to get your elbow towards the floor, just loosen your grip. Take it closer. It can even be palm on palm, fingertip to fingertip. Whatever works for you to start releasing and loosening off, gaining that flexibility. And once you feel you've got a little bit more movement just through the shoulders, hold closer to your elbows. Or if you're already there, slow it down and really find some extra stretch and integrity in that movement pattern. That's it, using your breath. One more to each side. And then in your next tap down to the side as you breathe in, take them up over your head, keeping the ribs down so you're not arching your back, around to the other side and back to center, and then reversing the direction. And again, have a little play with your arm position. And really focus on deep abdominals to stop the arch of the back, keeping everything under control, nice and slow, using your breath, allowing the shoulders to become warm and mobile. Getting the synovial fluid flowing again and working through any crunchy bits. That's it, lovely. And one more in each direction. And then take your arms up towards the ceiling, palms facing, and allow the shoulders to be really heavy so they start placed on the mat. And then reach up, fingertips towards the ceiling, keeping the elbows straight. And then again, think wrapping the shoulder blades around the body as if they're trying to kiss each other at the back, keeping the elbows as straight as you can. And reaching forward so they come round and up. And really think and feel and look inside your body to see what those big scapula are doing. Trying to find some real connection. And again, I like to breathe in to reach up. Breathe out, reconnecting through the deep abdominals, drawing those shoulder blades down. So more, keep those elbows straight. That's it. You've got lovely movement at the back there, everyone. Good. If we bend the elbows, it means other muscles are getting involved and the big scapula are just not doing what they should be. 2 more. Final reach. And then again, keep the arms straight up to the ceiling, but again, allow them to be really heavy in the shoulder joint. Turn your palms away from you, and we'll go into arm and leg slide. So re-engage the abs, breathing in, take an arm overhead, stretch the opposite leg away, breathing out, draw in, imagining that your deep abdominals are pulling that leg back to center. And again, nice and slowly. I don't mind if you hover the leg or slide it along the floor, trying to keep the rest of the body stable, allowing the arms to stay heavy and relaxed in the shoulder joints. They should be nice and warm by now. And think about the back of the leg, so little squeeze of the bottom as you extend it away, drawing in and down through the abdominals, keeping the body stable. That's it, and keeping the ribs down so there's no arch in the back. So really think drawing everything towards the mat so the front of your body is sinking towards the mat. That's very nice, good control. And again, one more on each side. And then you can cross your arms in front of your chest again, like we did with the shoulder release, and we'll move on to pelvic tilt. So allow again the arms to be really heavy in the shoulder joint, so the shoulders on the floor. And from here, breathing out, engaging the abs, just a tiny little tilt, so you're hovering the bottom off the floor. Breath in to hold, breathe out to place yourself down. Breath in to prepare, breathing out, tummy button to spine to curl the pubic bone towards you a tiny way. And then place yourself down. If you find your chin is up to the ceiling, like mine's crept up, just readjust your head, give it a little lengthen again, and then set yourself going. Keeping that curl in the pubic bone towards the chest for as long as possible. You've got nothing to give any stability as we have our arms up. So just that little bit of extra challenge. And gradually work up the spine each time using your full breath. Keeping the ribs down, keeping the pubic bone curled towards you as much as possible. That's it. So let's come up mid-back level if you're not already there. Breathing out, place yourself down. Good. A little bit higher. And this time as you peel off with the pelvis, you can take your arms overhead. Leave them there as you breathe in and breathe out. Peel them back to the starting point as you place your back down, middle back, then lower back, and then unpeeling from the tailbone. That's it. Let's come up to bra strap level on this one. So breathing out, tummy, button, spine, curl the pubic bone towards you. Lift the arms up and over towards your head. Breath in at that high point, keeping the ribs down though, keeping the pubic bone curled, and then breathing out to soften through the front of the body, taking yourself down to the mat. And one more, keeping those knees under control as well, which you're all doing beautifully. Breathing out, peeling off, work through the whole spine. Breath in to hold, breathe out, soften through the chest. Place the upper back down first, then go through the middle back. That's it, then lower back. And finally you unpeel. And we're going to do a couple more, but add on one side of the body. So we'll peel up as we've done up to bra strap level. And then we'll drop one hip to the floor, peel down that side of the spine. Recenter. And then come back up the way you've just come down, keeping that pubic bone curled towards you at all times. Then center at the top. And over to the other side, peeling down through the spine, piece by piece by piece. Centering at the bottom and then coming back up the way you came. Breathing out, peeling off through the whole spine. Center and then over to the other side. Come down that side. Working through the whole spine and then the tailbone comes down last. One more on each side. That's looking lovely, keeping the arms nice and heavy and through the shoulder joints. Working through the spine. Lovely. And after this final one, you can relax your arms for 2 seconds. And then hands behind your head, ready for our curl up. And remember, as we breathe out, it's that sucking down and closing of the deep abdominals that draws the ribs towards the pelvis and breathing in place down. So make your head really heavy in your hands. Focus on those deep, deep, deep abdominal muscles. Almost like a little whirlpool, I'd say. That's sort of sucking into the body to draw the chest up. If you're finding neck pain, try thinking heavy with your head and more abdominal connection. Because often with the chest lift, we're trying to pull on our head and come up with the chest rather than using the muscles around the pelvis to pull us up. So again, nice and slow, keeping the tailbone down. Sit. Breathing in to allow yourself back to the mat. Breathing out, sink down with the abs. Keeping the tailbone down, nice and controlled and slow. That's it. So we want nice, smooth action. So breathing out, sink down through the tummy, keeping the pelvis down. That's it, Elaine. Don't allow the pelvis to curl towards you as you curl up and then put it down. Keep it glued down. So you might not come up very high. Doesn't matter. Getting those muscles targeted. That's it. Breathing out, draw down to the mat. That's it. Good. One more like this, and on this one, stay up in that chest lift. Breathing out, drawing down through the abs, staying up there. Hold on to your thighs. curl up a little bit higher, keeping the tailbone down, and then we will march. You can take hands back behind your head. So the tailbone is glued to the mat, the pubic bone is reaching between your knees, your abs are sucking in and down, your ribs are just sliding forward. Ah, good, so nice and controlled and slow. Keep breathing. Maud, allow your elbows to be a little wider. That's it, good. And I'll count you down. And 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, keep breathing, and 5, abs to the mat, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Lie back, hug your knees in. Brilliant, brilliant. It all looks like you're working. I can see from those lovely smiles that you've enjoyed that. Then from there, hug your knees in, then press them away so your shins are, or your knees back up to the ceiling. Take them a little bit further away from your body and then drop your feet so you're in a nice tabletop, legs stay glued together. You can either curl up if you want to or stay down, and we'll do our toe taps. And today's focus is on the bum, squeezing to tap the foot away. Abs are still down, nailing your lower back to the mat, but you're sinking the back of the leg, and you will feel that little contraction, and it just changes the dynamic of the little toe taps, finding a different part of the body to work. Good, Elaine. Slow down a little bit. It's lovely, everyone. Maud, perhaps take your legs slightly further away as you tap down. Think squeezing of the bum just for a bit more challenge, please. Good. Excellent. And 5. And 4. And 3. Keep the abs engaged. And 2, keep breathing. Shoulders relaxed. Final set. Wonderful. Then again, hug your knees in if you need to. And from there, back up into tabletop if you can. Again, knees to the ceiling. Take them slightly further away from you. Feet drop lower than the knees. And breathing in, take the knees over to one side, keeping as much of the upper back on the mat as possible. Breathe out. Draw them back to center. And then breathing in, just allow them to go to the other side and out back to center. If you want extra challenge, as you breathe in, take the knees over, extend the top leg really straight, breathing out, draw it back to center, and then bend back. And the same, but all the time, whatever exercise you're doing, you keep the knees in line and they're glued together. If it's too much today on your back, feet on the floor, don't mind. You want to make sure you've got that little bit of challenge, but everything's safe. That's it. Extra bit of stretch on the leg, Maud, as it lengthens away, and slowly drawing back. That's it. Lovely. Marie, angle your knees slightly further away from your body. That's looking too easy. Yes, keep those abs down. That's it, Elaine. Again, just slow down. Everyone make sure their shoulders are wide on the mat, nice and relaxed. And have a little focus on where the knees are. There's a little bit of sliding going on, so really keep them together and in line with each other. That's it. Two more to each side. A lot of cool work today, I do realise. Lovely, then hug your knees in when you've done your last one. So we're going to move on to the 100, so I'll allow you either have feet down in tabletop or extended. So press your shins away, whatever you're doing, nod the head, draw down with the abs, curl that upper body forward, and then either take your legs into tabletop, extend them, turn them out, glue them together, or feet down. Arms beat from the armpits as you breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, in, out, in, doing great, out, out, tummy's down, beating from the armpits, nearly there, out, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hug your knees in. You've done it, fantastic, good work. Then you can just bung your feet back down on the mat. We'll release off a little bit with some leg circles. So either knees bent up, just drop the non-working knee out to the side, and 8 circles, stirring paint in the hip joints, or find some length. And again, keeping the body stable by drawing through those abdominals. We will have 8 in each direction. Keeping the shoulders wide, keeping the body from rocking around, really isolating the legs through the hip joints. Keeping both bum cheeks on the floor. Very nice. That's it. So 8 in each direction. Reset yourself up. Then change legs. And be mindful whether one is a little bit more restricted or crunchy than the other. And work within any range of crunchiness. Technical term, obviously. Keeping the leg in the same position, feeling heavy in the hip joint, stirring paint. That's lovely. Everyone's very stable. It's brilliant to see. And then, yes, if you want to hug your knees in when you've done. And just breathe while everyone catches up. Cool. From there, we're still on our abdominals. Press your shins away, curl forward. Draw one knee in towards your body, extend the other leg out so it's hovering. And we'll do a single leg stretch. So you change, so you keep thinking ribs to hips, curling forward. While we're extending and bending. And today you can draw the bent knee in towards the chest. I will allow you, so you're getting an extra stretch. That's it. So Elaine, if it's too much on your neck, just lie down and focus on drawing the leg in as much as you can. And I'll do a few more of these. Oh, I've got real clunky hips this morning. Drawing the abs in, keeping the shoulders nice and wide. And then from here, we're going to do change and change and change. Lift the long leg to the ceiling for 3 and lower it. 2, 1. Keep curling forward if you are. And then change and change and change. The long leg to the ceiling and down. For 3. Find some real stretch beyond the knee. So a little bit of calf. And then change and change and change. Keep curling up, that's it. And long leg to the ceiling and down and up and down. Final time and down and change and change and change. And final lift and lower and lift and lower and lift and lower. Brilliant. Hug your knees in. Well done. Oh. Things can only get better, eh? She says. Come up to sitting. We'll add some rotation into our little mix today. So if you can, long legs, you might need to shuffle some bottom out of the way. If it's too much on the hips, bend your knees up. But let's see where we get to. Arms up above head. Nice and relaxed and heavy. Slight little bend of the elbows. Breathing in to rotate one way. Breathing out to open the arms, breathing in to waft them back up, breathing out to use the obliques to center, breathing in to rotate, breathing out to open, breathing in, breathing out, and continue. So you're fighting yourself having to sit tall, using the obliques to rotate the ribs. Marie, just allow I think your arms to be slightly further in front of your head, so you're not putting some strain on your body. That's it. So allow the shoulders to be a little bit looser with your injury. That's it. Lovely. Maud, a little bit more ab work to sit tall. You're leaning back. I know. If you want to sit on something, sit on your ball, your squidgy ball, that'll be extra. That's it. So make sure, once you're in your pattern, that your feet stay together and they don't shift as you rotate, because everything's happening at the top half of the body. The bottom half is just sitting there. Good. Oh, well done. This is looking very nice. It's tough. Elaine, sit tall a little bit more. Spiral to the ceiling every time you come to center. You've only got a couple more, I promise you, of these, because they're hideous. It has been my least favorite exercise for many, many years, but it is so good for you. That's it. And then come back to center. Give your legs a little bit of shake. Shake your body. Reset yourself up. And again, you can just lengthen your legs, keeping them long, or if it's getting too much, just bend them up. Palms out in front. We will do our spine stretch forward. So breathing out, sucking in through the tummy, almost sending your tailbone away, but reaching your upper body forward and your arms forward, dropping your head between your arms, and then breathing in to come to sitting as tall and straight as you can, keeping the shoulders down and wide. So arms reach forward, stay on the same level, dropping your head between them, getting that pull each way, and then setting yourself back up. So breathing out, tummy button to spine, sending the tailbone away, reaching forward with the upper body, almost like a little hairpin. Keeping the shoulders placed so you've got some lovely length between your ears and the upper shoulders. Reaching forward. A beautiful spine stretch forward. That's good. No. It's such a tough one to get. I don't think I do it right at all. We're trying to get the lower back to flex a little bit more than we normally would. Most of us can do the upper back because we spend so much time focused on phones and computers and driving. Good, I'll have 2 more. Final one. And then take your legs either side of the mat, still sitting tall. And again, if you want to bend your knees up, do arms to the outside edge of your legs. And we'll put all of that together. So breathing in to rotate, sitting tall. Breathe out, nodding the head, pulling back with the abs, reaching for the little toe. Both bum cheeks stay down, sitting tall. Recenter. Breathing in. Breathe out, make space, tuck your abs in, reach for the little toe, that opposition. Breathing in to restack, breathing out to center. If you want to have a hand behind on the mat to give you a little bit of extra reach, do make sure you're not coming up on the opposite bum though. It's all about keeping that lower half glued down, finding an isolating movement through the rest of the body, getting the strength through the obliques, through the abs. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Big smiles. Because we're here to enjoy ourselves as much as working hard and feeling good about what our bodies are achieving, keeping us strong and safe. That's it. Keep thinking upwards, spiraling up to the ceiling, through the waist. Imagine you've got an old-fashioned corset on, dressed like an old Edwardian or Victorian lady. Good work. One more to each side. Find that mobility through the spine that we work on through the pelvic tilts, each piece working independently. And then when you've done, bend your knees up, give everything a shake again. And we will work in a completely different plane of movement coming onto our fronts. So if you want a cushion or something under your forehead, please do, or just use your hands for now. We're going to start very simply firing up the bum. So separate the legs, turn your thighs away from your body, turn your feet away so you're resting on the big toe joints. Take a moment to feel how you are in this position. Send your tailbone away from you so you've got a little tilt, pressing the pubic bone into the mat. Shoulders, draw them away from the ears. Relax there. Then on your next out breath, think squeezing from the hip joint to squeeze the bottom. Hold it, 100% effort for a count of 5. And then relax and really allow the relax to happen. So you've got the difference as you breathe out and squeeze and isolate the bum, hopefully. Holding for 5, 100% effort, and then relaxing. And I should see that difference in tension while you're holding and squeezing, and the relaxed state. Some muscles are just like elastic bands. That gets to the point, if you're tense the whole time, stretching and working, then it loses the ability to do what it's there for. So you really need to focus just as much on the relaxation as the engagement. Lovely. And one more, think narrowing in as you squeeze to make sure nothing is happening in the back or the rest of the legs. Fab. And then change your position. Turn your legs So the front of your thighs are down towards the mat, tailbone still reaching away and your legs are slightly further closer together. Bring your arms down by your side and allow the shoulders to fall forward into the mat. So we're going to do our arrow. And then as we breathe in, we lift the shoulders, breathe out, slide them down our back to hover the arms. Reaching the crown of the head away, breathing in, rotate the arms, thumbs to ceiling, and breathing out. Place yourself down. Allow again the shoulders to relax forward. For your next in-breath to lift them away from the mat. Sliding them down your back, we'll hover the arms, reaching fingers to toes. Breathing in, rotate. And breathing out, place yourself down. And continue breathing in to lift the shoulders. Breathe out, reach and hover. Beautiful long arrow, fabulous. Thumbs to the ceiling as you breathe in. And breathe out, place yourself down. And again, breathing in, lift the shoulders. Keeping the legs on the floor. Breathe out, reach. Thumbs to the ceiling as you breathe in. And breathe out, place yourself down. Gorgeous. Breathing in, lift the shoulders. Breathe out, reach, hover. Elaine, just nod your chin ever so slightly. That's it, it's marginal. Thumbs to the ceiling, breathing in. Breathing out, place yourself down. One more like this, breathing in to lift. Breathe out, slide and hover. Crown of the head reaching away. Thumbs to the ceiling as you breathe in. And breathe out, place yourself down. Going to add some side bends here, so breathe in, lift the shoulders. Breathe out, lift and hover. From there, reach down one side of your body. Breathe into center. Reach down the other side of your body. Breathe into center and relax forward. So exactly the same. Breathing in to lift the shoulders. Breathe out, reach and hover, crown of the head away. Reach down one side. Recenter. Reach the other way. Recenter. Place yourself down. One more of these. Breathing in, lift the shoulders. Breathe out, reach and hover. Down one side. Back to center. Down the other side. Back to center. Place yourself down. Lovely. And separate your legs again. Swing your arms forward so you're in a bit of a diagonal. And we'll then do some extra back extension cobra. So draw the elbows into the body. Squeeze the bottom. Lift the heart. Think the heart reaching away. Crown of the head reaching away. Just to come up. So you should feel a stretch from tummy button to chest. And then place yourselves down. Reaching away again. And again. Breathing out to come up. If you want to and you're not feeling anything in your lower back, you can straighten your arms. But make sure everything's working through the front of your body and the upper back from the base of your neck to the base of the shoulder blades are doing that extension rather than the lower back. Good, you're all very flexible in here. I'm trusting you that you've got no pain in that very lower spine. If you have, just keep it a little bit lower. Good. Then from here, one more as you come up into those long arms. Squeeze the bum 110%. Bend the elbows so you're lifting the legs, reaching them away, doing our little swan dive rocking. Got control of the whole of the back of the body. That's it, lovely. Good, Elaine. Marie, watch your head as you come up. Keep the chin holding an imaginary orange. Other than that, it's brilliant. Lovely, Maud. One more. And if you need to, just sit back into a child pose, release any tension through the back. And then one more on our front. So come back down, legs separated, but front of the thighs on the mat. Actually, we've got two more down here. Swing the arms forward again, we'll do our swimming. So you can either stay here, firmly earthed, and lift and lower opposite arm and leg, or if you want to, squeeze the bum, lift the legs, hover the upper body, and tap down for swimming. Making sure you're stretching away both ends and the body is stable and glued to the mat. So again, it's just the arms and legs working independently. That's it. Beautiful. Good. Lovely control. 3, 2, 1. And sit back into a child pose. Release the back. Little breath. Oh, I can't believe where time's going already. You probably don't feel that, but I do. Back onto your fronts. Using your forearms, shoulder over elbow. Press the forearms into the mat, drawing up through the abs, squeezing the bum, stretching the legs away, stretch the right leg away, hover it off the ground, and then 3 kicks to get the hamstrings working. Oh, and change sides. I don't mind whether you do a little point, flex of the foot, whatever. The focus is very much keeping the pubic bone down onto the mat. You're hovering the working leg, squeezing the bum. Don't sink into your shoulders more. Tall and proud. That's it. Good. Really feel this working. Hello, Fluffy. That's looking lovely. Good. Keep breathing, keep smiling. Nearly there. One more on each side. Keeping the pelvis glued to the mat. Brilliant, Maud. Lovely. Then when you've done your last one, you can relax, sort of. We will go onto our sides. We will start with the nice chest release. So grab a cushion or a block. Make sure it's a largish one and that it's behind your head so you've got somewhere to roll onto. Bend your knees up so they're 90 degrees to your body. You can use the front of the mat as a guide for your shins. So it's as if you're sitting on a chair. Think about underneath shoulder drawing down. Breathing in to lift the arm to the ceiling. Breathe out, rotate through the ribs only, keeping the knees together, glued together. Watch your arm go. A little breath in there, and then on your next breath in, arm towards the ceiling. Breathe out, use the ribs and the abs to bring you back. And continue 3 of these. Good. That's very nice. Underneath waist still engaged, though. Make sure they're drawing up from the mat into your body. And then when you've done your third one, just anchor your knees away from you, heels towards your bum. And I don't mind where you put your top arm. You'll just breathe out to lift the knee, breathe in to close. And again, make sure you're not rolling and rocking. Think about the knee going away and up So that might get some isolation just into the side of the bottom, underneath waist still drawing up. 2 more. And 1. And then we'll turn the other way. So lifting the foot, keeping the knees together. So we're getting some internal rotation. Keeping the upper body nice and relaxed. Breathing out to lift the foot, breathing in to close. And then put it all together. So breathe out, lift the knee, keeping the body stable. Breathe in to close. Breathe out and in. So getting some real work through the glute medius. And a final one. And down. Then extend legs away. Underneath arm, nice and long if you can. Again, if you want a block between your head and your arm, please do. Underneath shoulder drawing down, underneath waist pulling up. Legs slightly in front of you. Breathing out to lift and hover. Breathing in to place yourself down. Breathing out, reach and hover. Any neck pain, just look at the mat. And again, make sure as you lift, your legs don't go behind you. You don't have to come up too high. It's more about the length, like we do with the arrow. Squeezing the legs together, thinking the inner thigh doing all the work. That's it. Good. Reach and lift. One more. And then lift the top leg to hip height. Keep it there. Imagine someone's pulling it away, squeezing the underneath leg. Sorry, you see, haven't got myself in a good position. Not demonstrating correctly. Squeezing up from the inner thigh. Breathing out to squeeze, holding that top leg up. Good. Oh, looking at your feet. This is brilliant. They're not getting involved. That's wonderful. Just squeezing and lowering from the inner thigh, the underneath leg. Marvelous. 2 more. And then a little extra challenge. Come up onto your forearms. We'll do our side kick. So angle the underneath leg forward. Lift the top leg to hip height. Point the toes forward. Top arm behind the head. And then 2 kicks forward. Squeeze the bum to take it behind you. And again, trying to keep the upper body as stable as possible. Breathe. That's it. Good. So think top half reaching away to find that stability. Underneath waist drawing up. Marie, allow that underneath shoulder to, yes. Oh, what a difference. That's it. Perfect. Good. It's hard work, I know. 3, 2, final one. Oh, well done. Relax. Scoot over to the other side. Set yourselves up. Ready for the lovely chest opener. So sitting on an imaginary chair, underneath shoulder drawn up, underneath waist drawing away. And then when you're ready to go, breathing in, lift to the ceiling, breathe out, rotate those ribs. Allow yourself a moment to breathe a full breath in and out, and then start to return, using the abs, using the ribs to come back, up and over. So nice and relaxed through the upper half, but still working. Keeping the knees and legs glued together, isolating the body. That's looking very nice. And make this one your final one. And then send your feet slightly further away, knees slightly lengthened away, ready for the shell when you've done. Knees, feet in line with bum, breathing out. Think knee away and up, breathing into close. Underneath waist, still drawing away. Top ribs placed down, shoulders nice and relaxed. Keeping the body in the same position, so just opening the knee. If you can feel yourself rocking back, make it smaller. They're all different and flexible in different ways. 2 more. Final time. And then internal rotation. So rotating again, the leg in the hip. Trying to control the rest of the body in a slightly different way. That's it. 1 more. And put it all together. Breathing out and in and out and in. Good. And final time. Out and down and up and down. Lovely. Lengthen both legs away, slightly in front of you. Lengthen that underneath arm. Pad if you want to. And then breathing out, lift and hover, looking at the mat if you need to. And down. Thinking hip over hip. Shoulders relaxed. Underneath leg lifting. Abs drawing in. Waist drawing away from the mat. Elaine, slightly angle yourself further forward. Roll, sorry, whole body, sorry. That's it, so you're on the hip, yes. That's good. Good. 2 more, Marie. Just turn your head to look at the floor a little bit as you lift. Final one. And then lifting and holding the top leg at hip height, squeezing the inner thigh of the underneath leg and lowering it back down. So breathing out to squeeze it up, shoulders relaxed and down. That's it. Good. Squeeze it up, hold that top leg. Marvelous. That's it. Fantastic, everyone. And 3 and 2. Final time. And then coming up onto our forearm, find the space between our shoulder and our ear. Underneath leg reaches forward, top leg to hip height, underneath waist. So really reaching away and kicking forward, squeezing the bottom to take the leg behind you. That's it. Again, if you're getting neck pain, you can just angle and look down towards the mat a little bit. Good. Trying to keep the body from rocking forward too much. There will be some movement. Keep hitting my bar. Lovely. 2. Last one. Brilliant. Then relax, bend your knees up, do whatever you need to do to be comfortable. Oh, not long to go at all. Okay, I think we will do little planky things. Why not? So come onto our hands and knees to start with. Find straight back. If your wrists aren't strong today, you can come onto your forearms. Otherwise, step back with one leg, step back with the other leg. And then we'll just rock forward and back, keeping the body on the same level. Last one. Then if you can, squeeze the bum and lift one leg, rock forward and back. For 3. Change sides. Forward. For 3, 2, and 1. And legs down. Release the wrists if you want to. Good. If we're running out of time, let's scoot straight onto our backs and do the same thing, sort of. And again, you can either stay down here on forearms if the shoulders and wrists aren't working for you today. Otherwise, think lifting the heart, squeezing the bum to lift up into that long plank. And today we're just going to tap a foot. So you're keeping the body nice and stable and upper half relaxed. Just hold it there. Change sides. So squeeze the bum of the other standing leg and in and out for 5. Wonderful. Last one. And then down. Good work. So just stretch the arm out across the body. Just to release out. And then change sides. Then come back onto hands and knees. We will stretch out. We will do a cat stretch. So have a look between your knees, see where your feet are, make sure that they're in line with the rest of the body. Start in a nice flat back. Breathing out, tuck the tailbone under. Drawing up through the abs, working your way through the spine. Imagine someone's tapping, walking their fingers up your spine. So you get a final curve. Head hangs, breath in to hold, breathe out, unpeel from the tailbone. And again, keeping those abs still working for you until your head comes up last. And again, curling up through the tailbone, through the lower back, through the middle back, through the upper back. That beautiful stretch. And unpeeling. And then let's work from the other end. So drop the head first. You draw up through the shoulder blades, arching the upper back. Work down through the middle back, lower back until the tailbone tucks under. And then unpeel from the head first, softening the shoulders and upper back. Then middle back, then lower back, and tailbone. One more of those ones, dropping the head first. Lifting up through the shoulders, reaching them for the ceiling, then upper back, middle, lower, tucking the tailbone under, and unpeel from the head. Softening through the back of the shoulders, softening the lower back, tailbone away. Wonderful. Take the arm out to the side, one arm, whichever arm you want. Turn, slide it underneath. Trying to get your shoulder to the floor. Breath in there to relax, then breathe out, unpeel. And if you want to reach for the ceiling, do. And one more, breathing out. Rotating, stretching through and breathing at that lower point. And coming back to the start. And change sides, so arm out to the side. Reach it through. Breath in at the bottom. Unpeel. Reach it for the ceiling if you want. One more time. Peel it through. and unpeel. Then tuck your toes under, gradually come up to standing, rolling up one vertebra at a time. And we will finish, I promise we will finish. I'm not going to keep you here forever and ever. Take the arms to the ceiling and we will do a little side reach, stretching and lengthening. One more. And then relax. Brilliant work. You did so well today. I'll just turn this off.